Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video in this PHP to do app series. So in the last video we have created a simple to do app which we created without using any other libraries. So this is pure PHP and the database used is MySQL. So basically you can see you can select any particular to do and you can do these actions, like you can mark it complete and that would mark that particular event complete. Okay, and similarly you can mark anything pending. Okay, so all this is fine. Similarly you can do edit, you can do delete, and you can also do add new to do. So that will take you to a new form and you can create new to dos. Okay, now in this next few videos we are going to secure our app so that there is no possibility of attacks in our app. Okay, so the first attack that we are going to see today, that we are going to resolve today, is going to be the SQL injection. Okay, so right now our app is completely vulnerable because in the last video we have not taken care of the security part. So in this next 2-3 videos we are going to secure our app. So let's begin with SQL injection. Okay, so let's see. Now let's try to add a new to do. So let's add testing and click on save. So that adds the new to do called testing. Perfect. But now let's see what an attacker will do. So the first thing that the attacker will do is try to find out that your code can be attacked or not, or is your code vulnerable, right? So all he has to do is just put a single apostrophe. Okay, and if there is any specific validation that is going on, let's say minimum size requirement, so he may add a little more stuff over here and he will make sure that there is at least one single quote in the input. Okay, and then he will click on save. As soon as he does that, if he gets something like this, a blank page, okay, so that means an error has occurred. Okay, so now obviously we have not handled that error, that's why it is showing a blank page, but at least this much is sure that there is some error because of which that blank page is coming, and that means this particular website can be is vulnerable, right? So now we have understood that the website is hackable. So what now the hacker will do is try to find out ways in which it can harm your website. Okay, so he may try to leave some footprint behind. Okay, so let me show you one such kind of a thing that he can do. So let's suppose he selects something and he clicks on edit to do, and now here if I type something, wake up and walk, let's say, and if I save it, you can see it updates, right? But if a hacker does something like this, okay, so let me show you what he will do. So he will do something like this, hacked. Okay, and if he does hacked, okay, so he writes some message. Okay, so he can put anything over here and then he will terminate it with a single quote. Okay, and after that he will put double dashes. Okay, this is for commenting out anything that is this is for commenting out anything that is going to come after this particular statement, right? And one thing to note is there has to be a space after this, right? And once you do this, now if I press save, just look at what has happened. Okay, so your entire database, whatever rows were there, whatever to dos were there, that is now replaced with hacked. Okay, so this is the minimum type of attack that people can do if you do not protect your website. Now some hackers may even go to a level where he can delete the entire contents of your table. Okay, so all these things can be possible. So for each and everything, if you want to try it out in much more detail, then you can use some softwares like SQL Map or some that kind of a software to find out or to actually test your website for these types of attacks and try to attack your own website. Okay, so now once this is done, now let's see how to secure our web app. Okay, now securing is very simple. So basically any parameter coming from the user needs to be sanitized. Okay, so basically you have to check whether the user is trying to put something which should not be there. Like in our case, in the edit to do, so let's select something, and in the edit to do, the reason why it got hacked is because of this quotation, the single quote. Okay, so basically we just have to search for this and replace it with something else. Okay, so that is what a simple hack would be, right, to solve this particular problem. So now to solve this, there are many ways. One of the simplest way is to use an inbuilt MySQL function. Let me show you how to use that. So let's save the title inside a variable called title. Okay, and that I will put it over here. But before assigning it directly, I will not assign it directly, but I will pass it through a function which is going to be called MySQL real escape string. Okay, so this is going to be the command which I'm going to use. So if this expects the first parameter as the link, that is our DB link, and the second as the variable. Okay, so the variable that you want to sanitize. Okay, so the first one was the link, the DB link, so that we are getting it from the database file that we have included, right? So we have that variable, and this is the field that we want to sanitize. Okay, so now instead of using the title directly, the post title, we will be using the sanitized variable. Okay, so let's use that at this place. Perfect. So now our query is sanitized. Okay, so similarly I have to do the same thing for all the in all the other places wherever I find there is something that is coming from the user, that I will sanitize and use. Okay, so let me quickly complete this and come back. Okay, so now we have escaped all the variables from all the places. So you can see in every function, if something is coming from the user, then I have escaped it. So you can see in this particular pending function, the ID of the to do to be updated was coming from the user, so I have escaped it. So like that I have escaped all the different functions, and now I can save, and let's go and let's try to hack again. Okay, so hacked again, and let's see if this works this time. Okay, so let's save it. Now you can see that doesn't work on all the rows. It only works on whichever field you have tried to edit it. Okay, and even the codes is there as it is. Okay, so those codes were escaped. So you can see this is the way you should secure your web application. Now there are other libraries that you can use, so we will also uh, uh, make this entire app using some libraries also, so that you can and see how you can make a much more secure web application with the help of third party libraries. Okay, so I hope you understood how the entire SQL injection can be avoided with a simple command, that is mysqli real escape string. Thank you everyone. See you till the next video.